It's March 6th, 2022, and as I had promised, as the Lord gives to me, I will give videos out. So here's the very first strong delusion of the church. Rapture is before tribulation. Rapture is before tribulation. They declare that the tribulation is the wrath of God. I'm going to prove to you today that this is a deception. First, they like to use Matthew 24:30 to declare the rapture. So I'm going to read that first. Are you ready? Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Matthew 24:30. Shall we read the verse before that? Here we go. You ready? Matthew 24:29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun darken, the moon shall not give her light, the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven shall be shaken. That's the sign of the Lord's coming. Let's go to Revelation 6. Revelation 6. I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to cover it for you. Here we go. Revelation 6. All right, here we go. So in Revelation 6, we're looking at the seals being opened up. And you have 4 horses that of the tribulation that have to manifest themselves. There is the first horse, which was white, which was war. The second horse, which was red, which is the power that was given to him to take the peace from the earth. Then there's the third horse, which is a black horse, which is the balances, the food, a famine, the food. Then the fourth horse is a pale horse, which is death and hell. And a fourth part of the earth is killed by a sword. So this is your tribulation. This is the great tribulation of those days, spoken of in Matthew 24. Now, once that's all done, and the saints have cried out, when will you revenge our blood on the on those that dwell on the earth? After that, and they were given white robes, and they're going to wait a season until their fellow servants should be killed like them to fulfill the Lord's numbers. Then it says at 6:12, I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black and sackcloth and hair, and the moon became blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, and like a fig tree casting her untimely figs when she is shaken by a mighty wind, and the heaven departed, and the scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island and were moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondsman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens, and in the rocks, and the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who shall be able to stand? You see that the seals are the tribulation of those days, and the wrath comes after the sign in the sky. So if these individuals want to tell you that Matthew 24:30 is the coming of the rapture, then they have to admit that the tribulation is for the saints, which is us. Thank you, Father. Give me peace on this matter as I move forward in obedience to you to expose the false doctrines in the church, that these are going to be strong delusions to those that do not love the truth, but take pleasure in unrighteousness, and will believe a lie. Jesus Christ, living God, seek him now. Shalom.